Good morning. It is August 27th, and I thought I would do the August garden tour while I'm out here because I always forget. But let's see here. This is the entire garden. Been pruning and killing squash bugs. Those things are terrible, let me tell you. All right, so here's the first bed. We've got white Allisons, bunch of tomato plants that are beautifully producing. That one is just falling over. I'm not even, it's that point in the summer where I don't really care. As long as they're growing and staying in the bed. There's another one that's falling over. We have a little pepper plant right here and a big pepper plant here. This one I bought. We have two zucchini plants in the back that are still producing. I just pulled two small ones out that were like in the middle right there. But I still have these two. This area is gonna be worked on. That's a dead broccoli plant. Well, I guess it's not dead. There are flowers up there. But there's a few onions in here. As I amend the bed, or as I plant the bed, I will be pulling stuff out of here. But I'm slowly working on my fall garden. I posted a video yesterday about this, but I just planted broccoli. We have tiny pepper plants here. Those are pepper plants. Garlic chives, a bigger pepper plant, this row of burpee lettuce. There's a chive right in the middle there. Carrots that haven't come up yet. There's beets and carrots in there. There's a little carrot you can see right there. And let me see. The beets haven't really done well. We'll see about them. We have pink alyssums. A little pepper plant in the corner. Can you see that little bit of dill right there? Parsley, thyme peeking out right there. Mint, that tall piece right there is another pepper plant. And then a big old bush of oregano. And that is the first bed. Now the second bed, we'll move to over here. There's some onions growing in here. I don't know what this is. I have no clue. Scallions are doing great. They always do great. A couple of volunteer tomato plants that have just fallen over, which is fine. We have tomatoes. We have a bunch of tomatoes back there. And just onions scattered throughout. And that is the second bed. Here is the third bed, which is full of seeding basil plants, but there are tomato plants in between. We have this one, which is chocolate sprinkles. You can see them growing in there. And then over here is a Roma that's been engulfed with basil. Cherry tomato plant. Over here we have two beefsteak plants. There they are growing down in there. And we also have, this one has more tomatoes on it. You can see there's some down there. And then on this other side, another beefsteak ripening up. Cherry tomatoes, a Roma plant, which is doing the worst out of all of them, dealing with blossom end rot. Another beefsteak plant, another cherry tomato plant, and then these are, I don't know, they're called pear something. but they're those like teardrop, kind of pear-shaped yellow tomatoes. Marigold, and I don't know what this is, some type of red sunflower. That's the third bed. The fourth bed is mostly beans because I'm growing them for their seeds. We have some scallions sprinkled throughout. You can see them poking up there. Over here, my potato plants are almost done. We have cabbage, cabbage, lots of kale. I'm experimenting with this kale. It needs to be pruned, but I'm gonna try to overwinter it and see if it'll flower next year. More potato plants. And this pepper plant is the only one that has given me consistent peppers. So happy about that. That was a poppy plant right there, but it is pretty much done. I haven't seen any flowers on it in a while. And that is the fourth bed. The fifth and final bed, there's a little plant right there in the fourth bed, but it's not producing flowers well. So here's the fifth bed. These tall plants are supposed to be flowers. They're still kind of alive, but they never really gave me flowers. You can see in here, I have bean plants that are drying up and producing seed, and then some that are not quite as old. This really tall one is a pepper plant. I only got one pepper off of it. So we'll see if it does anything else before the summer is over completely. Another one of those big, supposed to be flowers. Pulled out or cut out all my zucchinis. There were 3 here. They were overrun with squash bugs. A big old tomatillo plant over here. And then my cucumber plants in here. You can see them hanging underneath. Let me go to the other side and get a better look at this plant because it's pretty neat how they hang down beneath. Oh, there you go. Isn't that neat? I like how they do that. But I didn't have as great a success with cucumber plants as I did last year. But I'm getting some. So that's decent. And then along the fence over here, I haven't really been keeping up with it. Lots of weeds. There's okra. I think I have, oh, right there. See, that one is producing a pod. And there's some flowers in between here, but mostly it's weeds or flowers that are going to seed. There's some flowers there. I need to take care of that. That was an old zucchini plant. I need to cut it out of there. That is a dill plant that has produced seed and is still producing seed, which is great. We've got purple flowers in here. You can see that one's producing seed. This plant got scorched. I loved these flowers, but they're done. More okra. And over here is more okra. Another one producing a pod. And then we have all the sunflowers. And that is my August garden. I almost forgot this little bed next to the house. So there's the garden. This is next to the house. This is my son's. We have bean plants. We have beets grown in here. Cilantro. Dill, where is it? Right here. And then that flower that I love. You know what flower this is? I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment because I'm not sure what these are called. And that is the August garden.